Love makes you check your phone obsessively and smile for no reason. But falling in love isn't the magical fairy tale movies promise. It's messy, unpredictable, and uncomfortable. This is ThinkWise, where we reveal the science behind love. Today we dive into 10 theories that will make you question everything. Theory 1. We love parent types. Yeah, it sounds weird, but Freud wasn't entirely wrong. Psychoanalytic theory suggests we're unconsciously drawn to people who share traits with our opposite sex parent, a concept called imprinting. From childhood, our brain creates a template of what love looks like based on early experiences. So if your mom was critical, you might gravitate toward critical partners. If your dad was distant, you could be attracted to emotionally distant people. The shocking part? This means we may be replaying childhood wounds in our adult relationships, unknowingly seeking partners whose flaws echo the past, hoping somehow to fix them. Theory 2. Love is your brain on drugs. Here's where it gets wild. Falling in love literally changes your brain like a drug does. Brain scans show the areas activated in new love are the same ones triggered by cocaine, flooding you with dopamine and creating an intense euphoric high. That's why the early butterflies feel so addictive. But like drugs, your brain builds tolerance. Over time, the thrill fades and your partner feels normal. And when love ends, withdrawal hits hard, causing real physical and emotional pain. Heartbreak isn't just metaphorical. Your brain chemistry is actually reacting to the loss. Theory 3. We love people at our level. This one hurts, but the matching hypothesis says we tend to pair up with people roughly equal to us in physical attractiveness. Look around. Most couples match fairly evenly in looks. It's controversial because it suggests we're more shallow than we like to admit. Personality matters, but our brains unconsciously calculate our attractiveness value. We approach people in our league because rejection from someone out of it stings. Studies also show that couples with similar attractiveness last longer, while big gaps increase the chance of breakups, since the more attractive partner has more options. Theory 4. Love is fear in disguise. This one is wild. Misdistribution of arousal shows that fear can feel like love. In a famous study, men who crossed a scary suspension bridge were more likely to call an attractive woman afterward than those who crossed a safe bridge. Why? Fear and attraction trigger similar physical reactions: racing heart, sweaty palms, rapid breathing. So the brain misinterprets the cause. That's why relationships sparked during intense or dangerous moments often burn bright and fast. Even fights or stressful situations can redirect arousal into attraction, making your brain mistake panic for passion. Theory 5. We love to avoid being alone. Attachment theory shows that our relationship patterns start in infancy based on how caregivers treated us. The uncomfortable truth is, many people aren't truly in love. They're just afraid of being alone. Anxious attachment makes you cling to toxic partners to avoid abandonment, while avoidant attachment pushes people away, attracted to the unavailable. Very few of us have secure attachment, comfortable with both intimacy and independence. Most relationships are just childhood patterns replayed. We're not always choosing partners. We're choosing coping mechanisms to deal with fear, loneliness, and old emotional wounds, then calling it love. Theory 6. Love is a biological trap. Evolutionary psychology doesn't care about feelings. Love exists to keep you attached long enough to reproduce. Men are drawn to fertility cues like youth, clear skin, and body shape, while women seek resources, status, and protection. Love isn't romantic, it's strategic. Evolutionary psychologists argue that romantic feelings only need to last around 4 years, enough for conception, birth, and early child rearing. After that, biology doesn't care if you stay together. This explains why many relationships collapse around the 3 to 4 year mark. What feels like eternal love? Often just a biological trick to pass on your genes. Theory 7. Love follows convenience. The proximity effect is simple but brutal. We fall in love with people who are physically near us. Neighbors, coworkers, classmates, not because they're soulmates, but because they're present. Studies show the biggest predictor of friendships or romantic relationships isn't compatibility or shared values, it's how often you see someone. Think of your past relationships. Many started with the person nearby. This theory suggests there's no one true love. You could have fallen for thousands of people, but chance and geography decide who you actually end up with. Sometimes proximity beats destiny. Theory 8. Love is just good timing. The triangular theory of love says complete love needs 3 things at once: intimacy, passion, and commitment. The catch? That almost never happens. Early relationships often have passion but little intimacy or commitment. Long-term partnerships may have intimacy and commitment but fading passion. Sometimes there's deep intimacy without passion that's just friendship. The controversial truth is, most people aren't truly in love. They settle for 2 out of 3 components because perfect timing is rare. What feels like love might just be intense passion or comfortable companionship, and we stay afraid we won't find all 3 together. Theory 9. You love people who reject you. This is the hard-to-get effect, and it tricks your brain. Research shows we value what we have to work for. When someone is too eager or available, interest fades. But when they're inconsistent or distant, obsession grows. That's why people fixate on exes who treated them poorly while ignoring someone calm, kind, and steady. Your brain interprets difficulty as value, making uncertainty more enticing than certainty. Playing hard to get works because intermittent reinforcement, like in gambling, makes us chase what keeps us guessing. Genuine, consistent people often get overlooked, labeled boring. Theory 10. Love is a story you tell yourself. This is perhaps the most unsettling theory. Social exchange theory shows we stay in relationships based on a constant cost-benefit analysis, weighing satisfaction against alternatives. The investment model adds that we remain not because we're happy, but because we've already invested so much. Time, money, shared history, and merged lives. Even if the relationship makes us miserable, leaving feels like losing everything. Love often becomes the story we tell ourselves to justify staying. We remember the good, minimize the bad, and convince ourselves it's love, when really it's just an excuse to avoid admitting we're trapped. So there you have it. 10 theories proving love isn't the pure magical force we've been told. It's biology, psychology, fear, convenience, and self-deception. Here at ThinkWise, we strip away comforting illusions and reveal the truths that shape your choices, relationships, and mind. Hit subscribe to challenge everything you thought you knew about love, human behavior, and psychology. Stay curious, stay sharp. See you next time.